Namaste. What's going on? Namaste and namastizzle. What's going on, people? The middle of the week, can you believe February is almost over with? What's up, Tosh? How are you doing? Hopefully, it is warm in Chicago, Tosh. It has to be. It is like a perfect day today. It's like 83 degrees here in Texas. You know what I'm saying? Um, of course, they fucking with the weather, but um, it is beautiful here. Oh, good grief. What's up, Peace, Faith, and Peace, Anubis? Peace, Mrs. Madison. I could have sworn you was on the phone. What's up? Oh man. So like I was saying, um, the what was I saying? I got distracted. Anybody on the East Coast? Because there's a currently a blizzard or a snowstorm or something that's going on the East Coast. Anybody there? It is raining frozen cats and dogs. Damn, I'm sorry. You know, I'm sitting here boasting and bragging about our Texas weather, but um, it is beautiful here. A lot going on, as y'all know. Um, how are we doing magically? Are y'all? Did anybody manifest love last week? Anybody try any of the stuff that I put out, like to bring them a Valentine's Day? I know it's a week later, but um, I'm not even wearing the right. I mean, I'm wearing red today, but today is Wednesday. Today is Mercury. Mercury is either orange or blue. And so it's the day of communication. 80, it's 80 in Virginia. So I don't know exactly where that storm is. But if I put it, woman killed by alligator while walking her dog. I'm bullshit you not. That is a headline. Woman killed by alligator while walking her dog. That is crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Anyway, hope y'all are having a great week. Can't believe February is almost over with. Um, this year is going to be really, really interesting. I mean, it started off interesting, but um, there's a lot of stuff that's going on that fits into the 10-year plan to New World Order status. So right now, if you haven't been watching the news, there's a lot of trains derailing, not just derailing, but exploding too. There's a lot of toxic shit that's being dispersed into the atmosphere. Please don't think that this is, and these are accidents. These are not accidents, y'all. I'm sure you can't be thinking these are accidents. These are not accidents. You know, I said on my Facebook, I gave a hint I don't like to come right out and say stuff, especially if a lot of people haven't heard these things. So I don't like to come right out and say these things. But I'll give y'all a hint with these trains. It is underground. Underground are fiber optics. Okay. I'm trying to think of the best way to tell y'all this. Underground are fiber optics. And this is how everything's connected as far as communications. Okay. So if they're destroying, I'm sorry, if they are accidentally blowing these things up, communications could go out. This could be a very real thing. You know, you've heard by now all these things, all these reports about it's a possibility the grid may go down. They've been saying this for the past 2 years, and they're saying that within the next 2 years, it is a very real possibility. Within the next 2 years, they had some kind of meeting, and this was put out. Now, if this is true, who knows? Who knows? But why are these trains suddenly derailing all at the same time or around the same time? I got to start thinking, and I don't want to keep repeating myself saying, prepare, prepare, prepare. Okay. Peace, Lenora. Welcome. Trying to see who else. And Anubis, are you still studying the Kabbalistic Magic book? It's a great book. It's one of the best books on Kabbalistic Magic. It is a great introduction. So I was pleased to hear you say that you were at least reading it. There are a lot of rituals in that book, and I think there's some initiations in there, which is something I wanted to talk about today too. And that is, try and get initiated into something. Some of these grimoires, these magic books, have initiations of them. A prime example is the 7 Faces of Darkness, which is set magic or Scythian magic. Okay, they have initiations in there. Okay, initiation is a way to get you into the system. Right? Y'all know that the ATRs all have initiations: Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Kimbanda. All of them have initiations. Okay. One of the best books about initiations is by Malidoma Sum of Water and Spirit. When I was first going into my dark side journey, that's one of the first books I read. And he describes the initiation process. I forget what system he was being initiated into, but he describes it in detail. Some people did not make it out of there. What's going on, Triple Goddess Network? How are you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, like peace and namaste, brother Konami. Okay. Konami says concentrated attacks. Absolutely. Preachers were jumping from those trains allegedly. Now, see, I didn't hear that one, but yeah, I don't put anything past anything anymore these days. Tosh, I'm glad you said that. Tosh said, I'm so sick of the US. This is why a large expat community is growing in Costa Rica, right? Check this out. There are large expat communities everywhere. They're not just Costa Rica. A large portion of people are migrating elsewhere. Because you think about it, all the stuff that's going on now, all the things that's allowed, all the things we're subject to on a daily basis, this is Babylon, right? And in my opinion, they mocked the masses when they made the movie Babylon. They openly mocked the masses. Babylon. This is it. Okay. Now, this may get me in trouble, maybe, but where else in the world? And trust me, I got friends all over, I got clients all over, I got customers all over. Where else are you going to see all this nonsense but here? You're only going to see it here, where you can pretend to be something else. Yep, I said it. You can pretend to be something else. And trying to force you into accepting it and joining in on the delusions. Okay? You will not see that anywhere else, only in Babylon. Thanks about the shirt, Hanuman. So the wife chimes in and says there were over 400 derailments last year, something I did not know, and over 200 had hazardous chemicals involved. Over 200, y'all. And I think it's Ohio where they're telling people to evacuate. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy what's going on right now. And I said something about the derailments, and I want to read this to y'all too. One of my friends said this. When I said, let's see, let me find it real quick because I was surprised because she's an older woman, but she said this. So I said, another derailment happened this time in Houston. Are y'all putting the pieces together yet? Let me give you a hint. What lies underground that connects communications worldwide? The answer is fiber optics. Coincidentally, this is one of the first things they teach us in college in computer science or microcomputer applications, which is what my degree was in. That's one of the first things they taught us, is how everything is connected. Remember when the entire state of Ohio lost internet, when in East Palestine there was a derailment. Okay? All of these things are connected. It's all going according to plan. But where is the uproar about any of this? Why are people still seemingly unconcerned about hazardous materials being leaked from these events? I said, never mind. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Back to posting funny memes. And this one person said, when it's by design, what can we do? All we can do at this point in time, enjoy everything that we have and do, and have some peace of mind. That sounds like a defeatist attitude to me. I didn't respond to that. I don't like, well, what can we do? I mean, you'd be surprised at what numbers can do. You'd be surprised that in other countries, because I pay attention to that, in other countries, when they want change, they rise up. Only here have they dumbed people down so much with fear and other things that they think it's impossible to rise up against tyranny. You know what I'm saying? All right, so where you at? There's a lot of comments here. Voodoo da Benji. I like that name. 444. Caribbean Grimoire, what's going on? Peace. I was watching a video of yours, how I got started in vacation. My locks were like this when I did that video. They were like this here. Oh, now I'm thinking about cutting them. They are this long. They down my back, you know. I still don't know how long I'm going to let them grow, but how I got started, that video had to be, I want to say 2015. So that's 8 years ago, bro. I get tongue-tied pronouncing the names, but I'm reading Kabbalistic Magic book daily. That's what's up. Remember, you can use Google Translate. Some of that's Hebrew names. Don't leave your land if it isn't yours. Suffering is good for transmutation. Don't leave your land if it isn't yours. Suffering is good for transmutation. Suffering is good for transmutation. Suffering is good for transmutation. Okay, I'm gonna not say anything about that. There's something bigger going on here. People need to prepare. Absolutely. What we've been preaching for the past 3 years. They were saying the groundwater is getting contaminated. Absolutely. I'm not sure. I'm really not even sure what else to say at this point. Save yourselves and your families. You know, I hate seeing like deflated people or like a defeated kind of attitude. Like, what can we do? There's plenty you can do. You know, with something like this, there's plenty you can do in numbers. Believe it or not, you know, I'm telling y'all, I pay attention to that Azazel news channel on Telegram, and they show all the time about people rising up against the tyrannical governments and making change. You know, they go hard in the paint when it comes to that. Other countries do, not here. The fear is too great here. So, you know what I say though, you know, be on your magic shit. Right, here we go. Obtain knowledge and apply it. Knowledge is useful. Knowledge is power, yeah, but not until you apply it. You know. And another one happened yesterday. There were 2 explosions in Ohio. Yeah. And then another friend said, researcher calls for arrest of Ohio officials. Go to brrighton.com. She's speaking in code, but I'm trying to translate it. brrighton.com. 1,000 per head. Railroad payoff offered in the area. 1 aspirin-sized tablet of created particle burning there will kill a neighborhood. Women, pregnant and of age, and children should evacuate. See, mainstream media is not telling y'all any of this. They're not telling y'all any of this that's going on. What's going on, Donna? What is going on? Oh, so another thing I wanted to talk about today. I'm going to make it kind of quick. Well, not real quick, but stock up on water and learn how to fast and stuff we've been telling y'all. Just another day in Babylon. People just walking around, another day in Babylon, happy, you know, just existing. And I get it. I get everybody just wants to just be comfortable, but they're not going to let you be comfortable. See, what happened 3 years ago was a testament of that. You know, they just tried you and tried you and tried you and kept trying you, and people kept complying and complying and complying, and here we are. Let's see. Something is going on with the water. We were just talking about that. Do you see between the new Black Panther and all these things going on with water, they're telling something up with the water spirits? Didn't see the Black Panther movie. Honestly, not interested. Wasn't interested in that. Anything that's like mainstream that people rush to, I avoid. Just the way I work. Wait, Konami's in Virginia, right? Aren't you in Virginia, brother? Peace, love, and blessing to Moon Feather. Sister, how are you? As I'm talking to y'all, I am scrolling. Um, huh. We don't watch the news. I like the way you spelled that. He spelled it like noose. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I get my news, but I watch other stuff. I keep preaching. I keep preaching Azazel News on Telegram. I keep preaching Konami School on Telegram. Both excellent resources about current events. But I don't know if anyone's going to these places, so I can't. I can only put the information out there. Is there a good dream book you can recommend? My dreams are always pretty much vivid. Remember, I take supplements for my dreams. But one of the best ones, but you got to think about the time period in which it was written, is Pascal Beverly Randolph's dream book. But I say get multiple books on dreams so that you can have a good resource. It's called the Rosicrucian Dream Book. I can't find my copy, interestingly enough. Telegram looks like this. Let me show you what this looks like. All right. Telegram is an app, right? It is an app, and it looks like this. Okay? You got people over here. These are all channels, right? All channels. If I go here, the one I'm always preaching, Azazel News. If I miss a day, I'm going to miss this much right here. They constantly post, like every 2 minutes, there's something coming out. Okay. IMF says world needs to prepare for the unthinkable after and war in Ukraine. But I push this to go to the current one, right? It's all day long, people. Azazel News be on it. It's just constant. It's constant, constant, constant. Then you got Konami School. Oh, thanks for pinning my I'm sorry, wrong one. That was a private conversation between me and Konami. Fake data phenomenon, old books, antiquated knowledge in antique shops. And here we go. Here's some news right here. You can forward like articles and stuff, news clips from other channels. There's a lot of channels on this. I think this is way better than Facebook, because on Facebook, all you got all day, you got these short reels, and I'm not being funny. I get these reels that come across my timeline every day. Guaranteed every day I'm gonna see somebody shaking their ass every single day. I'm gonna see selfies every single day. Every single day. I would love for MySpace to come back. I would love for MySpace to come back. Books tell our vision. Yes, indeed. Now, here's the thing I want to say. I'm always pushing books. I'm always pushing movies, certain movies, right? And I'm always pushing books. But when you read a book, you are directly downloading information to your brain. Let me say it again. When you read a book, you are downloading information directly to your brain. Okay. When you watch a movie, movies, your subconscious catches everything. Everything, everything, everything. Even if you're not paying attention, your subconscious picks up on everything. Okay. This is the reason why I say to watch certain movies. Okay. So between the two, like, give you an example. My Black Magic class, they not only have a lot of books, they have certain movies they have to watch. You know what I mean? Certain movies. It does a connection. Like, I got a class on the ATRs, like Voodoo and Santeria. There's certain movies they got to watch. Yeah. It's just my way of teaching and training, because I believe you can get a lot of information from movies, certain movies, not all of them. Many movies have been coming out about water and beings being under the water and water drying up. They're already telling us what they're going to do. Yep, always have. What do I think about Gaia? Can you be more specific with your question, please? You're right, though. They show all the degenerate stuff daily, like daily. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. I am guaranteed to see at least 5 of my friends list, 5 people with some kind of selfie, man or woman. Doesn't matter. Okay? Does not matter. All right. Now, I want to ask this question. I'm not trying to be funny. I say bring back MySpace. Why? I don't know. It was something about MySpace. It wasn't this general population thing. You know, in high school, classes were separated. You had the smart kids, you had the nerds, and you know, you had the not so smart kids, you had the athletes. Everybody's separated, right? On Facebook, everybody's together. So you got special ed in with regular classes. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. You know, when did it become cool? When did it become fashionable? When did it become in vogue to show and broadcast pictures at a funeral? Dora pause. Everything, everything, everything is shown on Facebook. Facebook is so degenerate. You know, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. I'm at my aunt's funeral. Look at us. We're at the gravesite. You know, everything, nothing's sacred anymore. Anything goes. That's why I constantly refer to this place as Babylon. That's my opinion. I'm standing on it. You know, when did it become cool to do that though? Seriously, y'all. You got to show your funeral? Really? Yeah, they're about to hoard the water. Exactly. Everyone needs to learn rain spells. I had to cast them for my city last year because too much dryness and heat. She means Gaia, the spiritual network. They give out information. Oh, Caribbean Grimoire is a he, but I get it. I had no idea about that channel or the spiritual network. I know it's still around. It's not like it was, though. You started reading Helping Yourself with White Witchcraft. That's the new name for Wicca. That's a good book, though. That is an excellent book. It is. It's all the, lighter side of magic and the basics. As a matter of fact, that's a great example. Thank you for bringing it up. That's a great example for initiation. Say you want to initiate into witchcraft. Okay. There's an initiation process in there too. Okay. Get into something while you still can. The website is still around. African American Maryland Movement. That's an interesting name. First time seeing you. Welcome to the channel. Right. Did you know that schools are putting special ed students in with regular students? Talking about it's wrong to separate the students based on learning capabilities. Now my nephew is being, wow. No, I did not know that. I was just using that as an analogy, Tosh. I was using that as an analogy. And from what Tosh just said, it is now a reality. Wow. Can it get much worse than that? Now it's, wow. People say, I know some spiritualists say it's a great time to be alive. I'm not so sure. To witness all this shit, man, unfold and manifest. God. I mean, you got to think, what's the children's future looking like? Nothing's sacred, nothing's private, nothing. When I saw a funeral being broadcasted, I'm like, why? 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 Why do that? Isn't that something private? If you're on vacation, be on vacation. Why does the world have to know that you on vacation? No. I see a lot of people saying this, and I think it's bullshit. A lot of people saying, I'm living my best life. If you were truly living your best life, you don't have to broadcast that you're living your best life. Nobody would know. You know what I mean? If you live in your best life truly. Anyway, let me step off my soapbox. I don't know about Gaia TV, Caribbean Grimoire. I'm sorry. Bullied by a special ed boy and no one wants to do anything for fear of a lawsuit. Wow. Wow. Donna says, because most kids in special ed now aren't actually in need, they just have behavioral issues. Kids with actual disabilities aren't in special ed anymore. Posting pictures at a funeral makes me feel like I am a movie. Damn it, it scrolled. Posting pictures at a funeral makes me feel like I am in a movie called As the Ghetto Turns. Right. Someone took pictures of my relative's body at her funeral. When did this become cool? Jeez. California Nationalist, another name I have never seen before. So welcome. Thanks for coming. We need to go back to the year 1999. Things were better, just like the Amish, how only live in the 19th century. It's funny you say that, because we thought when we were growing up that the year 1999, we thought from all the propaganda that was out, that 1999 was going to be like, they thought like what 2000 was going to be, or 2012. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know what was coming. Hell, Prince even made a song called 1999. You know what I mean? They always had us fearing the future. Always. And now look at where we're here now. Prior to 3 years ago, did any of this look like this? Did any, it just like happened, like boom. Think about 2019, 2018, 2017. Go back 3 years. Did post 2020, like now, did it look like then? It didn't. There was not a whole lot of this madness going on that's going on now. In my opinion, somebody else could have a different opinion. Are we really in a real twilight? It seems that way. It really seems that way. Taking pictures of the deceased is not cool. I know. That's what I'm saying. It's like, why? What the fuck? Why would you take pictures? I've seen it in both places. I've seen it at an actual funeral, and I've seen it at a gravesite after the funeral. Two different events, two different sets of people. Now nothing's private anymore. Everything is to put on Facebook. Also, did y'all know they will be charging for Facebook soon? Let me see if I can find that article. Let's see. Did any of y'all see The Fly? Gene splicing has always been a fascination for me. Gene splicing. They actually do it too. Don't think that this shit is movies. I was watching right before I came in here to do this live. I was watching The Fly, and I can remember how thought-provoking that movie was. Also, the movie Splice. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Now, I found it. Paid subscription service for Facebook and Instagram. Facebook and Instagram users who sign up for Meta Verified will get a blue badge of $11.99 a month.
Welcome back to the show, former Facebook official.
Meta Verified will cost $12 a month and $14 a month on iOS. It's launching in Australia and New Zealand this week. The subscription lets you verify your account with a government ID, get a blue badge, get extra impersonation protection against accounts claiming to be you, and get direct access to customer support. Now you're going to be paying for everything. They say it's just for businesses. Direct access to customer support will cost a significant amount of money. Wow. The Y2K bug. Yes, Christopher. What's going on, brother? My grandmother took pictures of her mother when she passed her grave, but my great-grandmother was 80, so there wasn't much pictures of her. It's a private photo for herself. She never posted or let us see. Caribbean Grimoire has a good point. I believe nature will correct the mess on this planet. Faith says, oh, no. Charging, well, I'll be deleting that. The same thing I said. The day that they start charging, I will erase what I can, take all the pictures that I can, and I'm out. Meanwhile, people burned Elon Musk for doing the same thing on Twitter. Exactly. The hypocrisy. That was my next point. Thanks for pointing that out, Moonfeather. Lenora, another tracking simulation. Facebook is going to be a desert. I'm willing to bet people are going to sign up, to be quite honest. I think people will sign up. People are already in the metaverse, you know, leaving the real world behind. I believe people will sign up. I truly do. I truly do think that. Tosh says it's okay for family members. I've noticed the conversation between Tosh and Donna. And yeah, I agree with Tosh. It's okay for family members to do it for keepsake or for memories, but for outside folk to do it just to post to social media is an absolute nightmare. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, Marty, welcome. Namaste. But all the Zoomers are used to subscription services. That's why I said people will sign up. Me personally, I'm out. Sharon, what's going on? Hey, did you see them admitting to that aliens are real to the public? I've been saying this. I've been saying this. I said it. What, last week? Are y'all ready for the alien invasion? I've been actually, that ain't the first time I said it. You know, they had to gradually feed the masses. I do that like that. They had to gradually feed the masses. It was coming. It was totally coming. You know what I mean? Anyone who makes a free Facebook clone is going to make bank. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm telling y'all, I know I keep saying, I know. I keep saying I'm gonna stop warning. I'm gonna stop. I am eventually gonna stop warning. Just prepare as best you can, you know. That's all I got on that. Like, there are people who have had their YouTube shut down for speaking even deeper than what I am. I speak pretty much in a lot of code. I do. I avoid saying certain words. If you haven't noticed, I avoid speaking directly. So I have a way of speaking that I've been warning about since 2020. Cosmic chaos, greetings. I don't know why the existence of aliens is such a surprise. Because they've been denying it for so long, probably. Odyssey is a good alternative to YouTube. There's some good alternatives, like I think BitChute. BitChute is a good alternative to YouTube. So the real lords of the planet are about to show themselves. This reminds me of the movie Dark Skies. Anyway, I've never heard of that, but let me write that down so I can look for it as soon as this broadcast is over with, which is going to be shortly, actually. Dark Skies. Is it called Dark Skies? They've been printing out, broadcasting alien movies since what, the 70s, the 60s? They got black and white. They got black and white movies about aliens. They got, let me give you an example. There's a couple different theories about aliens and who they really are. So I'm not going to get into that. If you know, you know. Okay. But in one of the elders' classic lectures, where he shows a lot of footage, he pinpoints one particular episode of the Twilight Zone. It's called something on Maple Street. See that particular episode. Twilight Zone episodes are what, 30 minutes, if that? In this episode, some strange stuff happens on a particular street, a block. Lights keep flickering on and off. They fucking with the electronics. And then the neighbors started panicking. They started accusing each other of stuff. And it was total chaos, right? The end of the episode, turns out these two men saying if you could just mess with the electronics or something to that effect, it can bring out chaos in people, or they'll turn on each other or something like that. And they go into their spaceship and leave. There's two Caucasian men, right? So the point is, they're showing y'all, according to Azazel Bay, they're showing y'all that the aliens are really just men. Do I have a theory on it? I do, but I don't want to. I just don't want to go into that. It is up to you to do your own research. Peace, Delroy Johnson. What's going on? Red Dawn? The old Red Dawn? Is that what y'all talking about? Self-Initiation into the Golden Dawn Tradition is a good book. It's a good grimoire. I found out my ancestors were aliens from a planet named Psychic Dos. I made a whole bunch of comics on it thinking it was fake until recently the planet beings started connecting with me again. Okay. Red Dawn, are y'all talking about Red Dawn with Patrick Swayze? Aliens been here since West Africa. I just watched that Caribbean Grimoire. I just watched Jupiter Ascending. That is a great movie. I always recommend that particular book with Mila Kunis and the House of Abraxas. Dark Skies. Okay, I got it. I wrote it that way. Thanks, Tosh. One of the first movies made was about landing on Mars. Ashe, Brother Oliver, McNary, and Namaste. Red Dawn, are y'all talking about the one I'm thinking of the movie Patrick Swayze where they're in a classroom and then I thought it was Russians started invading. I might be thinking of a completely different movie. Forgive me if I am. Let's see. Red Dawn. It's an old movie, if I'm not mistaken. Red Dawn. 1984. Patrick Swayze. In an alternate 80s, the United States stands alone as communism grows stronger. Soviet soldiers invade a small Colorado town. Brothers Jed and Matt escape with friends to the forest. I remember that. And they decide to fight against the Soviets. This is back when they called it the Cold War against Russia. What if I told you they was always allies? Would you believe me? Drew, damn, what's going on, brother? How you been? Mike's World, yeah, Red Dawn is about Russian attacking. Exactly. I have researched it and I've concluded that the aliens, in quotes, are just older iterations of humans. Like fairies and elves were just offshoot of them playing with the genome. That is a good opinion there. You know what's weird? That the same ruins they took pictures of Mars were in a book written by West Africans. They take old information our ancestors knew and just refeed it that information. Peace, Brother Drew. What's going on? Surprised to see that name. So, has anyone seen the remake of Red Dawn? By the way, while I'm still thinking about it, family, don't forget to hit that like button, share, subscribe. Technically, I kind of work for YouTube, technically. Was Red Dawn about the same thing, though? That's what I always wanted to know, because I hate and I despise remakes. But Red Dawn. Chris Hemsworth, yeah. Okay, yeah. The Vatican is deep in the know. Absolutely. More in a modern context with Korea. It came out 10 years ago. I never saw that remake. I never did. Huh. I see everybody got opinions on this. That's good. That's good. Keep the dialogue going. I mean, that's good when you have lives like this and everybody's participating, everybody's thinking. But what if I told y'all, though, you still gonna have to pick a side. I said this before. You gotta pick a side. What side are you on? Okay. I can't give out everything on YouTube. I just really can't. Not completely. Red Dawn 2012, exactly. I tend to not like remakes, but I would love to see a remake of The Fly with the new movie technology that we have today. I would love to see that. I was just watching, I was thinking about how fucking gross that shit was. You know what I'm saying? But they will probably use a whole bunch of CGI, to make those special effects. This was when Gina Davis was actually good looking. Did you see the book about the guide stones and that whole new world order stuff saying they'd keep? I did not. What is the name of the book? Right, Drew, exactly. They call them reboots. They really do. Did you see what Christopher wrote this in? They know they can never remake a classic, but they keep trying. They keep fucking trying. They try to remake The Evil Dead. They try to remake The Omen. They try to remake what I said. The Evil Dead was okay. I actually didn't mind that one. It was more gore than anything. But they try to remake these classics. They try to remake Carrie. I was pissed about that and gave it a watch and was pissed. I was disgusted at it. They fucked up the gym scene, the most important part. You know what I'm saying? Peace, Swords Witch. What's going on with you? We got to have Swords Witch on here again, y'all. Yeah, I bet it was. I never saw it, Drew. I never saw the remake of The Omen. I was like, I was looking, they can't recapture, they really can't recapture the creepiness of the classics. Like The Exorcist. That was the atmosphere was creepy. It was scary. These movies they call scary these days are just a joke. They're not horror. That would be like remaking Christine or they remade the Amityville Horror. These are movies I had to sneak and watch because I was so young. Poltergeist, I didn't mind Poltergeist because I always wanted to know what was on the other side. What was on what they were describing was the etheric and the astral plane. Okay. They actually showed it in the remake of Poltergeist. Yeah, they fucked up Carrie, and I hated it. Remember I said I wouldn't be watching the remake of Hellraiser. The reason I said this, and I remember, if you remember this story, I got attacked mercilessly for about 5 hours when I said I will be skipping this remake because the first thing they want to tell you is how gay or trans the actor is. I said I'll be skipping this one. Very first comment that came after that was, so what you're saying is you have a problem with trans people. I said, no, that's not what I said. I say I despise remakes, period. But the fact that the actor has to announce that they're gay or transmissions, the first part of transmissions, is a turnoff as well. And then people came in and said all that shit. I was like, wow. They allowed that shit to go on for 5 hours on a Friday. And I just sat back and only like really mature adults get what I was saying. But the rest of them was like, fuck his opinion. It don't matter. I was like, these were all niggas. They were all niggas. I said what I said. I see some of the ancestor Azazel Bay literally living within you. No, I'm mistake for saying that. Thank you. Hellraiser Part 1 was classic. I stay away from any type of horror flicks. Oh, Moonfeather don't watch them at all. The Exorcism of Emily Rose messed with a lot of people, including me, 10 years old at the time. The Exorcism of Emily Rose seems to me that all she was doing was howling the whole time. I didn't like that one. What's the name of that horror movie with the ghost killing people from the video projector? Pulse? Are you talking about Pulse? Yeah, Hellraiser was creepy and scary at the time. Yeah, they turned Pinhead into a transmission, the first part of transmission. The actor supposedly is a transmission. And the people in that group had a problem with me saying that. Yeah, Hellraiser did have a lot of occult science in it. Yeah. You had all 5 of the old Hellraisers when you were younger. Cosmic, that is my shit. That was one of my favorites. Yeah, they stoned me pretty good too. And I was like, I wasn't even mad about it. I was just like, really? Y'all going there today? So I haven't seen, they didn't do too bad they didn't do too bad of a job with it. Not too bad. I still like the original. They don't think you should have an opinion. You could have messed them all up. That's what I'm saying. You can't have an opinion these days. You absolutely cannot have an opinion these days. Oh, Tosh said it's The Ring that he's talking about. What about Japanese horror? The Ring and Grudge type ghosts, those are pretty good. Ethan Hawke was in it. He moved into a house and was a novelist. I'm not sure what movie you're talking about. Stephen King was always my speed, always. I fucks with Stephen King in all his movies. Yes, Insidious was exactly about astral projection. Yep. I liked it though. Somebody said I would like it because they said it was about astral projection before I even watched it. Well, you've done exorcism. It's no joke, serious, scary stuff. I believe you. I totally believe you. All right, but I think I don't watch horror these days because honestly, it's just about gore and flesh everywhere. It's just gross. Exactly. Sinister. I don't think I've ever watched Sinister. I don't think I've ever seen that one. All right, y'all. I think I'm going to close this down now. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you have a good rest of your week. Just remember everything I've said today that I've continued to say. You know, more to come still, you know. I just can't go but so far as a knowledge that I'm going to give out here. I do what I can though. You know what I mean? What's going on, Butterfly Rain? Good to see you. You know, you're not the first person who told me that. Cosmic Chaos. Thank you for saying that. Matter of fact, quite a few people have told me that. I am honored to be put in the same vein as Azazel Bay. That's some heavy shoes to fill. I'm telling you, because if you watch his old classics, you'd be like, God damn, where does this man get this knowledge from? You know what I'm saying? Blessings to you, Moon Feather and Faith and Cosmic Chaos, Butterfly Rain, Brother Drew, Swords Witch, Christopher, Donna, Caribbean Grimoire, Moon Feather, Konami, Tosh, Oliver, to my missus who was here, Mike's World, Anubis, Faith, Sharon. I've said, you ever see the closing credits, the Saturday Night Live? I feel like that's what I'm doing right now. Yeah. Thank you for your time, Anubis. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. No, be you. Yeah, I'm trying to be me. But thanks for everybody for joining me today. I will see y'all next time, which is probably in about 2 days, on Day of Love, on the Venus Day, which is Friday. I will see y'all then. Until then, my favorite saying is namaste.